Today I bring you a quick paint job for October. Starting with the skin, I mix violet with curvy green to establish my base color. More violet for the bottom facing parts of the model and a little less for the rest. This is to create some more interesting shadows compared to just dark green. The purple tones will later create a bit of contrast against the yellow armor. But for now I continued by picking at the raised details with curvy green. The paint is slightly diluted so as to build up the color slowly. I am also going over the recesses on the top facing muscles, since being exposed to the light, no dark shadows will be created. So while I have some dark purple shadows on the bottom, the base green will work as a shadow color for the rest. Here is a comparison of 1 and 2 coats of thin down green. Incorporating a light green, I'll continue to highlight those raised details. Paint is again slightly diluted to build up the color slowly, and I'm making sure to leave a bit of the previous step visible here and there. I'll do the same for at least one more coat before I begin working with pure light green. By this point, I'm just following the shape of the muscle through thin lines. With the skin finished, I base coated the other elements of the model. I'll spend as much time as I did on the skin on the armor and the weapons. For the other unimportant details, I'll enhance the shadows through a wash of diluted brown acrylic and a reapplication of the base color. In order to build up the yellow more easily, I used orange-brown as a base coat. Now, with the wash dried, I'll pick at the edges and do some rough lines on the bigger panels to simulate scratches, and give a more worn-out look to the armor. Mixing a bit of white with yellow, I repeated this, doing smaller scratches to have those edges really stand out. For the weapons, I did a simple rust effect. I'll heavily dilute my paints with water and begin with a wash of dark brown. Over that, a wash of reddish brown. And finally, for the orange, I'll do a couple of dots which when dry will create a coffee stain mark. Making sure I remove most of the paint from my brush, I'll use the side of it to go over the edges. This will bring back the sharp look to the weapon. On the flat part, I first tried out some scratchy lines which I didn't end up liking too much. I I preferred the steepled pattern I got by removing most of the paint and tapping my brush against the surface. With that, the model was finished. But this is not the last orc you'll see me paint. With the release of the Orc World on the horizon, you can expect more to come. But that'll be it for this time.